And the statistics are, if a black child has a black teacher by the end of third grade, they're like 13% more likely to succeed. Wow. To go to college. Mm-hmm. If they have had two black teachers by the end of third grade, something like 30% more likely. And part of actually my focus and agenda is what we've got to do to create incentives, which really are not necessarily incentives in terms of the will, but also we don't pay teachers enough. Right. Student loan debt is an issue, and thinking about how we create incentives to actually recruit and retain more black men as teachers, because we know the benefit to overall society. Right. And in particular to our children.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that, Vice President. We literally were talking, because I'm a former school teacher as well.
Actually impressed, girl. You went a step above what I thought you were capable of doing. Well. I guess a broken clock does tell time right twice a day. Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. There's something to be said about people who cannot come up with an original idea of their own. They just can't do it. And that person is Kamala Harris. She has yet again not only copied Donald Trump's policies, she's saying the no tax on tips and whatever she has to say to win, but she hasn't done the very thing that she now says she's going to do since she's been in office almost 4 years, and she has done nothing. You know what? It's even so bad with her campaign that she's not even trying to do something good right before the election. We have just over a week left, and she has made no good policy moves to just try and make it look like she's attempting to do something. Well, before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, watch the video to the end. Now let's get into this. All right, so Kamala Harris, copycat Kamala. It says, in an act of desperation, Kamala Harris imitated Trump. I just told you about the no tax on tips. And now he did a barbershop visit before. And now it says, by going to Philly Cuts, a barbershop in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, trying to win over black voters. Donald Trump has already done this. She can't come up with an original idea of her own. She is copycat Kamala, always copying somebody. Just can't get it together, girl.
Vice President, we thank you so much for coming and being with us to have this conversation inside the barbershop.
Indeed, that's where all the truth gets spoken. That's where the news gets shared.
And this is kind of breaking the code. We got you in the barbershop, It's a little private, but
not my first time.
Okay, I'm just saying we got you in here today. But no, before you came, we were literally just talking, and all the brothers were just sharing their experiences of who they are. So I just wanted them to kind of start off, and Shakur over here is a dean of students, and he works with our young people every day. He's telling me about how he got an education. So you want to go ahead and tell the Vice President?
Well, my name is Shakur Woodsy. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Philly, born and raised uptown to be exact. I've been in education for 10 years. I started off as a teacher's assistant in a school in North Philly. After the school lost a charter, I've been trying to figure out where I'm going to go if education was still for me. Then I started to work in Camden, New Jersey at a at a kid middle school.
Oh, you're teaching at KIPP?
I was. I was there for 6 years, and then I came back over to Philly because I felt like it was time for me to lay some roots down in my own city. I've been giving a lot of energy and time to others, another state and other kids. But I think it's time now for me to give my kids my energy and my all. And I've been in Philly for the last 3 years of my career.
Sadly, only 1% of teachers in public schools are black men.
Yeah, sure.
1%.
It's a little bit less, actually. Yeah.
And the statistics are, if a black child has a black teacher by the end of third grade, they're like 13% more likely
to succeed.
Wow. To go to college. If they have had two black teachers by the end of third grade, something like 30% more likely. And part of actually my focus and agenda is what we've got to do to create incentives, which really are not necessarily incentives in terms of the will, but also we don't pay teachers enough. Right. Student loan debt is an issue, and thinking about how we create incentives to actually recruit and retain more black men as teachers, because we know the benefit to overall society. Right. and in particular to our children.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting you say that, Vice President. We literally were talking, because I'm a former school teacher as well.
And you know, one thing about her, she spewed out some stats, and that's good. You know, I'm actually impressed she had some stats ready and spewed them out. They were pretty much on point. I'm actually impressed, girl. You went a step above what I thought you were capable of doing. Well. I guess a broken clock does tell time right twice a day. Well, in your case, half a time a day. But in any event, she is not going to do any of the things that she says she's going to do. Remember that Democrats are paid to do nothing. I want you all to always remember that. They pander, but they don't deliver. They pander and they don't deliver. The Democrats have shown that they are more with the alphabet lifestyle than they are with anything else. And in this past few years, illegals. So if you're not an illegal, or if you don't belong to the alphabet community, they ain't not thinking about you. And they are very anti-Christian, and they can't stand black people. And if you look at her history with what she did in California, locking up black men, some of which were innocent, and extended their sentences and used them for slave labor. And then Joe Biden with the 94 crime bills, the 84, you know, in the 80s, 90s crime bills, where he actually said out of his mouth, we literally hang people for everything except jaywalking. And he famously said, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. So that's an issue. And it should be an issue for all Black Americans, for all Americans, no matter what your color, no matter what your background, gender, whatever. We need to stand together, united against this evil that is trying to take over America. And right now, that face of evil, in my opinion, is Kamala Harris, because that's who the machine is behind. She is behind this anti-God movement. And make no mistake, it was a little bit of a glimpse into what she is about at that rally when someone said Jesus is Lord and she said you're at the wrong rally. That is a glimpse of who she really is. You can only hide who you really are for so long. It is going to eventually come out. It will come out. And it just came out of her, because you're not going to be able to hold it. Whatever in us will actually come out and expose itself. She got exposed at her own rally by saying you're at the wrong rally, to someone who said Jesus is Lord. And then she wants to try and do damage control by going to black churches now. Now she wants to talk be up in the pulpit. Let me tell you something about where I attend worship service. I attend a Messianic synagogue. Okay. My rabbi, honey, he will not let her stand in the pulpit. I don't know if he would let Trump do it. I don't think so. He is very careful he takes it seriously. You need to be walking in line with the Lord, baptized in the Holy Spirit, to be standing behind a pulpit. Where I go, he does not play. My rabbi does not play. Okay, he does not play. And again, it's messianic, so it's not orthodox. We believe that Jesus is Lord. We believe everything that traditional Christians believe about Jesus. We just celebrate biblical holidays and we worship on the Sabbath. And a lot of us, myself included, I don't eat certain meats, but I eat meat. I just don't eat pork and shellfish. But anyway, that's too much information. But just to let you all know, that was a glimpse into who Kamala Harris really, really is. And the pandering is on another level. And she out here getting booed in a church, got booed somewhere else at a rally, and all of her mess is out into the streets. And I'm telling you, these Obamas, they are not happy. They are not happy with her. And she is a copycat. Donald Trump has already done the black barbershop thing, and now she got to do it. She is just pathetic. Let's just watch a little bit more of this. I'll let you guys see as much of it as I can take.
I taught middle school social studies.
Oh, bless you.
You know what? People always say that. Can I tell you? I love middle school. I love people. The people talk about the little kids. That I could not. I was a fourth grade.
But it's just an awkward stage for them, really. I guess not for us.
It was fun. Now I was younger then,
yeah.
So it was like teaching. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now I don't know if I can do it. But what we were talking about is representation and why it matters.
That's right.
Nehemiah is in TV, film, and movie, and he was telling us one of the reasons why he wanted to get involved is because he wanted to see more representation of himself in the space. So
that's right.
So Nehemiah, finish telling me what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Yeah, we were talking about how like I've been making up stories my entire life and how I wanted to put that on the screen. And you see these superheroes, you see these action heroes, and none of them look like you. So I started writing my own stuff, and I'm still doing it. I'm not as established as these guys, but I'm going to be where they are, trying to be a little bit more of a formative person myself. But the impact that good representation, cool representation, being able to see yourself as a heroic figure.
That's right.
I even mentioned Spider-Man because I feel like everybody likes Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Taking off the mask to be able to see yourself.
You know, I just can't finish this, but if you guys want to go find that, I try to put a link in the description, but let me just tell you, he was just saying that young man who's into film and TV has been writing stories and he's interested in people that look like him. Well, Kamala Harris doesn't look like you either, boo. She doesn't look like you. And if you saw Candace Owens dig deep into her history, she is making up a whole bunch of stuff about her background, trying to hide the Marxism and communism that is in her ancestry, but on both sides of the family. She's blackifying herself in the worst way. And I want everybody to know. Everybody needs to know this, but I already know God is in control. God is doing what he's going to do, and it will be what it will be. And no matter what it will be, God is for his people. And thank God I am one of his people. But I thank you all so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, hit the notification bell. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.